Hey, Shalom, we'll start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachah, Kodash. I want to give double honor to our apostles, who are elders who rule well. I want to say blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Now, going into this coronavirus, situation, now we all know as a most definite that this is important situation. This is not your typical, oh, we've been through the bird flu, swine flu, this flu, measles, blah blah blah. And the reason I say that is because this virus is causing a physical effect. It's not like you don't see the change in society, and society is reacting. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about it, or they started off not talking about it, even though it was a problem. That goes into that when they don't tell you to panic. That's when you want to panic. It's not on a level of a pandemic, but it's definitely affecting the stock market. It's definitely affecting people everywhere, to where when you go into it's not like they need you to do something. They need something from you, as far as like they tell you about this flu or that flu, and they say, well, hey, we need you to take this test, take this flu shot. No, these people just telling you to wash your hands. People are also reacting by buying up all the disinfectant and toilet paper and tissue paper, which is, that's common sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't really correlate that with it being a serious matter, because that's just people reacting, of the masses, and anybody can react to something that they say on the news. But the thing is that the government is reacting. The stock market. These people, they're canceling events. It's rumored that March Madness is canceled. Now, the thing is that Aisha is not gonna mess up his money, man. Everything has to result into a money making scheme for him, and for them to cut off these events, and I feel like through the spirit that there's going to be more events that's going to be cut off, more situations that are going to be cut off, and in order for Jake to get it, because Jake think they, I've been through it all. This ain't nothing but another blah blah blah. That's why it says knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of the times. You know what I'm saying? Because that ignorance is going to destroy niggas, because they're not even investigating on this situation. They're not even connecting the dots. They're not doing anything related to that. They're just saying, oh, swine flu, bird flu, measles, Y2K, blah blah blah. So let me read this scripture real quick. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 3, it says, fear not their imaginations against thee, let not their incredulity them trouble thee that speak against thee. Now this is speaking towards us doing the work, you know what I'm saying? But as far as speaking to the masses and Jake, is that they are renowned for trying to bring, make something not credible. Really 2/3 Jake, which are the same, the same people I'm talking about, heathen, all of them, you know what I'm saying? And we're getting to a situation where society is basically going to start reacting. Everybody act like they're all unified and they love each other, but now you wearing masks around Asians, like Asians are coming over here with it. Is in that region. So Stanley or Thomas or your supervisor, your Edomite supervisor that love to travel, going on all these business trips, he could have it too. But Jake, you know, Jake and 2/3 basic Americans are just simple, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to say racist, but you know, Israel can't be racist. You know what I'm saying? Based off the things we've been through, but it's still like a prejudice. You know, for lack of better words, they're being prejudiced towards certain nations, really Moab, because of the coronavirus, and then they don't even care what kind of Asian you are. They don't care if you're Vietnamese or anything, or Korean. You know what I'm saying? They just like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Japanese, they like, you got it. You got slanted eyes, you got it. You know. But long story short is that on one hand, they're doing everything but taking it serious. They're prejudiced toward Oriental people, and then you turn around and you're acting like this is gonna pass over like any other mass media propaganda. You know, when you're not realizing that the stock market is being affected. You know, they're canceling events that can make them money, especially when you're talking about college events, which is the most lucrative, you know. And people are not paying attention to that because they're not measuring the time diligently. You know, as 2nd Ezra chapter 9 said, measure the time diligently in itself. You know, so when you see certain things come to pass, you should know that we're headed towards the end. And one of the things that are meant to come to pass are plagues coming from the Most High, as it is to come upon Egypt. Okay? So I want to get this scripture here, because I want to come at it from a different angle for a slight second. Let's see here. Salaki. I don't want to back out, you know what I'm saying? All right, so in Sirach chapter 38, verse 1, it says, honor the physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. So basically, the physicians are your modern day doctors. You know, spiritual physicians. We are the spiritual physicians. You know, and it's talking about, you know, respect your doctors. You know, but you got to respect them within the scriptures, because there's things that, and understand that there's things, and there's a systematic agenda to give you like flu shots, to they even talking about going cashless in order to stop money transactions, to which they believe increases the chances of these diseases. You know, so with that being said, I'm gonna continue on. It says, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. You know, because at the end of the day, of the Most High, of the Most High cometh healing. Okay, and I'm gonna keep reading, because it's going to say it more specifically later on in this chapter. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. Yeah, so really, in actuality, the most purest form of a physician is us, man. Because these hospitals want to put, you know, these medications in you. I forget the term, it escapes me right now, but you know, it's basically synthetic medication. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's processed, and you know, it's been, you know, radiated, or you know, compounded, and it looks like a pill where you could just take garlic. You know what I'm saying? We could just take these things. So that's why I say we're the most purest form of purest form of a physician. Wherein, you know, you got people like, you know, Dr. Sebi and all these other people that do these things. And if you ever notice, when you talk to people that are in the medical field, they detest people that go on Facebook and get remedies. You know, they swear up and down it doesn't work. You know, in my humble opinion, I believe because they went all these years to go to school and spent all this money, so their pride is like, I know more than you, you know, and they feel some type of way when you can just go on Google and get the answer, you know, because all that knowledge that they have, you know, these people have, they're still giving you processed food, high fructose this, concentrate that, and all these you know, cancerous and high cholesterol and fattening foods, you know, but they swear up and down that they're highly intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Same people that, and I noticed this firsthand, the same people that sit there and tell you about, you don't know nothing about, you just think you can just go on Google and eat like this, I mean, do this and take this medication or take this plant root and you think it's gonna work. But wait, I thought, you know, all these elements that are in the Tylenol pill or whatever pill, Tramadol, all this is coming from the earth anyway, as the scripture is going to say, you know. So it says the Lord have created medicines out of the earth. See verse 4. And he that is wise will not abhor them, he that is wise will not hate them. So just like I said, you got healing medications, you got turmeric for your joints, you know what I'm saying? But then they'll give you this medication. You got garlic. Garlic also helps for your high cholesterol. You got certain there's brothers that are more skillful than me in this subject matter, you know, but you know, just speaking with them and dialoguing with them and sharing information, and they're giving me a lot of information on plants, you know, they go into it. You could just take this plant, wash it off, you know, place it under your tongue or digest it, and it'll get rid of a cold. Horseradish is a good antibiotic. Ginger, you know, things that are good for your stomach. But just because they make it, they feel like it's right. And that's what people get it confused, because they're trusting in the chariots of Egypt and not in the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, verse 5, it says, was not water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known, and he have given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous work. And this is the problem. And you know, it's ironic that the Lord gave these men skill, but now that skill, the skill that they have, they begin to question the existence of the Most High, because through knowledge they thought themselves to be wiser than the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And which is not true. You know, they're not wiser than Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. It says, and he that was given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous work. Yeah, Esau ultimately resisted giving the Lord honor for all the things and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he gave him. And all the heathen and 2/3 are on the same page. You know, just like Snoop Dogg said, you know, I like to thank me because I did this. But you was Snoop lying. You was this religious nigga. You know, but it's that selfish, narcissistic mindset. That's all, narcissistic mindset. Verse 7 says, with such doth he heal men and take away their pains. Right? It says, of such doth the apothecary make a confection, and of his works there is no end. And from his from him is peace over all the earth. My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. So ultimately, I want to bring that out, because you got all these elements, but at the end of the day, the Lord will make us whole. And this is the angle I wanted to get, is that people are taking these shots. You could sit there and take the same medications we take, or go to the hospital, take hospital medication. But at the end of the day, if the Lord don't seem fit to have you healed, he ain't gonna have you healed. You know? So I want to get this, and this is going to be the rally cry, you know what I'm saying? Or the end all be all. Numbers 23 and 23 says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath God wrought? You know, so in this dire time, in this crazy, perilous time that people are going through, the elect are going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be getting sick, passing out. You know, people are going to be running out of bread. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be getting cut off. You know, because through the Spirit, man, hey, this is a great time to travel, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're not looking at it like we're running from everything. We're like, oh shit, oh snap, this is a great time to go over here for a round trip. It's gonna be cheap, you know. And that's basically how it works through the Spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put that out, man. You know, the elect is gonna be protected from this. You know, this thing is real. You know, whether it's fake or not, it is real. It's causing an actual reaction. It's not just hearsay. You know, the fact that the stock market is affected, the fact that these prestigious events are being affected, it shows you that it's more than to what meets the eye. It's not just propaganda, you know. So with that being said, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Shemi Al-Shai, give the honor to our apostles, to our elders who rule well. I want to say blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching truth and enduring truth and sincerity. Blessed salutations to you women and you men that follow, and also the wheat amongst tares. Sincere, I have a thumbs client. Shalom.